because they've actually found what they were meant to do.
Hi, my name is Jayson Boyd. I'm a former child actor looking to retool myself and pick a new career path in the film industry. I kind of occupy a strange place because I'm both an incomer and an incumbent, because I've been doing this for a while, but it wasn't working for me, and I'm only 25, so I can't really say that I've had a whole lot of life experience or experience in work in general. I'm here with Dan Watanabe discussing career pathways for development executives. A little bit of backstory on why this question comes up. I had a rare opportunity about 2 years ago to work as an intern with a makeup artist. I had never had any desire to do makeup at all, but I saw this opportunity and I said to myself, well, it's sitting right in front of me, I might as well take it. But it wasn't really going to help me with what I wanted to do, which I thought was writing and directing and just, general development. But it was really fun and I enjoyed it a lot, and it kind of led me to meet a lot of interesting people. So my question is, if you find yourself with an opportunity to enter into development, even if it's not necessarily what you want to do, what kind of places can it take you, and what are some of the sorts of people that you might be able to meet on a regular basis that could potentially lead to a career in perhaps a different area of production?
That's a very, very good question, and it's a great story because it ties in exactly with how show business jobs work. Mm-hmm. And the truth about show business is that most people, when they apply or they say that they want to be in show business, they think of just a couple of jobs. Mm-hmm. They want to be an actor, they want to be a writer, they want to be a director, or they want to be a producer.
Right, the big kind of showy, look at me, I'm in show business.
Exactly, but it's not ego. Mm-hmm. It's also because even those of us who read tacky novels when we were growing up, you don't hear stories about art department. You don't hear stories about cinematographers even. Mm-hmm. So you're kind of locked into the jobs that are the bling jobs.
Right.
But most of the people who have satisfying careers aren't doing the bling jobs. They came out here for them, but they ended up doing something else. Mm-hmm. And that something else is usually so satisfying that if you mention to them, oh, well, now you've been a first AD for 15 years, you're at the top of your field, and if somebody offered you a job to go back to acting, would you do it? And that person's going to say, H to the no, because they've actually found what they were meant to do. Mm-hmm. So the trick is that when a career opportunity presents itself, you go for it. And if it doesn't work, oh well, you move on to something different. It's to try everything. Mm-hmm. As a teacher, which I also do, I like to tell my students that you cannot make a mistake until you are 50 years old. And the only reason, because you can always remake yourself after that, the only reason I stop it at 50 is that's how old I am. So I can't really speak to someone who's 65. Mm-hmm. But at least up to this age, you can always reinvent yourself. You can always take what you've learned in the past and try something different. And as someone who's in development, I can tell you that one of the dirty secrets about development is that you can only do the job for 10 years.
Why is that?
Because at the 10-year point, you've been doing it for too long and you know too much. There's very few jobs in the world where you can actually know too much, and development is one of them. Because what happens is you come into the industry with certain givens. There's certain movies that are hits, there's certain TV shows that are hits. Your career keeps rising and rising and rising, but your time frame is still locked in for when you first entered.
Right.
So what'll happen is that someone will pitch you a show, and you'll say, "Oh no, that's already on the air. It's been on the air for. It's been on the air. It's something that's old hat. No one wants to see this." Mm-hmm. And what you're not realizing is that show's been off the air for 6 years, and that the incoming viewers, the new moviegoers, were kids when that was last around. So there's a whole new set of people who are ready to embrace that show or embrace that movie. Mm-hmm. But you, as a development person who's stuck in that era, are still thinking that's current. And there is no one who's in development who, when they come in, think that this is going to apply to them. Mm-hmm. And there is literally no one who, after they've done it for 10 or 15 years, doesn't absolutely agree that they can't tell anymore. A couple of my assistants who went on to have very, very nice vice presidencies and all that, when I would say this, and they'd laugh, "Oh, Dan, come on, how can you say that?" I say, "I can say it because I used to say it won't happen to me either," and it did. And then they'll come to me and go, "Dan, you were absolutely right." I mean, I heard the same thing pitched to me, and I'm looking at it saying, "No, no, 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 no," because of X, Y, Z. And guess what? It goes on the air from someone else. It's a huge hit because that new audience had no idea that that old show was there.
I see. Okay, well, thank you very much for answering my question.
Okay,
We'll be back after this.
thank you.